Get ready to the countdown.
So today is June the 17th, and I'm excited to bring you another episode of the Hero's Journey Collaboration Mastermind. And tonight we're doing something totally different in your growth. We're sharing with you a technique and a strategy Ernesto and I use many times, and you're going to want to start to use it in your business as well. So we're going to be broadcasting on Facebook Live, and we're going to be bringing you the lesson plan. And we're also going to be interacting with chat box. And so it's going to be a little bit different. We've done it in Zoom. We've showed you that. We've also done it on GoToMeeting and showed you that. Because as part of the mastermind, it's our obligation to teach you as many tools that are out there as possible so that when you have a guest that wants you to broadcast, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, or LinkedIn, or it's a Zoom call, you're prepared. So buckle up. And Ernesto, I'm excited to be on Facebook Live tonight.
I am very excited too, Frank. And I want to mention that if you participate on the Freemium to Freedom course, possibly you remember that we were also transmitting through YouTube Live. And the reason why we wanted to do this through YouTube Live, it's because the interactivity that we have with you, it's a little bit different. When we all go in Zoom or in whatever other platform, it becomes a little bit chaotic. And this session, I wanted to be very didactical. That's a word that I taught Frank yesterday. So Frank, what are didactics?
It's a lesson plan that's thought out with a structure. It's a lesson plan that can actually be implemented after we hear it.
Correct. So we're going to be using some didactics, and whenever you're actually using didactics to teach, it is a lot better that the class is quiet. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be interacting with you on the chat in YouTube Live. So basically, right now, when we are talking, when we're asking questions, make sure that you are commenting on the comments so that you can let us know what's going on. And Frank and myself, and also we have the team, which is going to be responding to all your questions. So Frank, today I'm actually very excited to share every single thing that you and I have been working on the past month. It has been, I cannot even begin to describe the amount of work that this has been. Now, why do I say that it's a lot of work? Well, mainly because we made it a priority, and this is exactly what you guys need to do. I tell you, last call, unfortunately I could not be on the call because I had a small emergency, nothing great, but it was something that needed to happen exactly then, and it took me completely out of my routine. But right now I'm here back, and one of the things that I was telling Frank that really, really drives me nuts, we have been on this mastermind for 4 months. 4 months. 4 freaking months. And many of you have not been able to even finish their LinkedIn profile. What's up with that? What the hell? So that is just so.
And yet we've had many that have, and they've actually gone on. I'm very, very proud, and I'm not going to call them out yet until it's published, have actually published their first course. Isn't that cool?
That's very cool. Actually, I would like to acknowledge Jessica and Brian and Jimmy, and I know exactly who of you are actually looking at the platform because you can see it. That's the whole thing. This is
Doug Herm, right?
Correct. So you guys have been progressing, not as fast as I would like, because I mean, look, we did all this work, and now we're going to show it to you in a moment. But we did all this work in a month. In a month, everything was done. Now, Frank has been traveling back and forth to the Mexican border for some reason. I mean, he keeps on going back and forth to Harlingen and to Brownsville and McAllen, and I mean, it just
can I tell everybody?
Yeah.
Can I tell everybody? Folks, what I've been doing is I've been traveling with associations and chamber presidents and heads of unions. Everybody I have met with, and I'm also meeting with them all around the country. Every single one of them is really, really, really excited about what we're doing with you. And they want that same thing for their organizations. So we got to get you up to speed, folks, so that you can have these partnerships as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, he's been back and forth. I've been also very busy tomorrow. I am leaving to Louisiana. I'm going to be gone for a little bit of time, and it is just super important that we still keep on our lives, but we schedule, we prioritize, we make sure that the big rock. This is a big rock. I mean, if you remember that video from Stephen Covey, where he says, well, you know, whenever you're planning your priorities, you have to put the big rocks first, because if you let the water and the sand and the pebbles, they're going to get on the way. You have to put inside the jar those big rocks. And this should be one of your big rocks. I mean, it will be a shame that 2 months from now, your LinkedIn profile looks like crap. I mean, sorry, but it's just not another, it's just, sorry to say, but it's unexcusable. There's no excuse. No excuse. Why not? Because if you don't implement, you're not going to attract more customers. You won't be able to accomplish what you want, what you would like to accomplish. I want to start moving to things which are a lot more fun. YouTube, LinkedIn, I think it's boring. However, it is super important. So right now, while we have been doing all of this, I want to share with you. I think you're gonna find it really cool. I mean, right now you see. I mean, you know already that we have been showing you how to use some of the backgrounds on Zoom. But what about if you will add video? And I mean, if you have already seen the new lessons that we have added, imagine that you can start playing with all sorts of possibilities. I mean, I was showing this to Frank. Frank was really very excited because he wanted to show that he was in Jurassic Park riding, and there's a T-Rex just following him. Or possibly, I am right now as part of the Partridge family. No, that's not the Partridge family, it's the Brady Bunch. Imagine that you can start implementing and having video on your calls. Or if you want to be right now sitting next to Chewbacca the Wookiee, or doing all sorts of things. Now, this is just one of the cool tricks that we have just added in part of the virtual communication training that we have included on the training. Let me go back to the night so that it looks very. Or let me just go to Dubai. The hell with it. I mean, let's just put some nice imagination, because soon, the moment that you start getting ready and that we can travel, we are going to go to Dubai to make some amazing footage and amazing pictures for your profiles. So this is just one of the things that we have been learning. But I mean, if you go to that, course that we have put there together, you're going to see how you can connect LinkedIn with Zoom, how you can do all sorts of amazing things. So that's one of the tools that I want to recommend you. So Frank, let me see if I can just share my screen right now so we can go into the app. And I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that we have been doing. So I hope that you guys can look at my screen. Can you guys look at my screen?
And while you're pulling that up, Ernesto, let me add to everybody on the call that you can actually, while you're driving, and let's say you have a regular 9-to-5 job that you know you've got 30-minute drive time to and from work, you could actually pull up on the mobile app right here on your phone, put it through the speakers on your car stereo, and you could actually be listening to this for an hour a day without interfering with your personal life at home or your business life at work, and maybe get out of that rut that you're stuck in. So there's absolutely no excuse once you understand how to run this mobile app. And I will tell you this, it's going to be built every single week. There's more and more content because the more we put out there, the more we're realizing what you people are asking for, and we're delivering it to you.
Yeah. So right now, I mean, as you know, we are still building on the app. So still is with my branding. Later on, it will be changed. I received a message from the Colonel the other day. Ernesto, guess what? I lost the app. I do not know where to find it. Don't worry. I'm just going to tell you exactly how to find it. Here it is. If you go to speakinternationally.gurucan.com, you're going to arrive to this page. Okay. When you arrive to this page, if you want to enter into the app, you click here where it says log into the app. So right now you're going to get the QR code. If you click the QR code, it's going to take you either if you have downloaded already to your iPhone or you get it into your Google Play, you can just download it there and it's going to be there. The moment that you enter the app, you're going to be able to see the whole thing working. I'm also going to show you another trick in a moment so that you can see how cool it is. So basically, I want you to see two things which are very important. First of all, we have two sections. Here we have courses. If we have here all the courses, this is one of the courses. Well, first of all, I think it's important that you go here to the Welcome to the Mastermind, because we have also added a lot of very good stuff there. So go to Welcome to the Mastermind. Now, here is the new course, completely 7 lessons, virtual communication strategies. And it's a lot of information on how to perfect your Zoom calls. I think this is a great course to do. Then we have the branding strategy. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it. Client acquisition. Hopefully you have now seen the LinkedIn profile. Please don't make me come 15 days from now and ask you, so how's your LinkedIn profile? And then you tell me, I have been very busy, because then I know that you have not been prioritizing. And honestly, you're really doing yourself a disservice. Frank, possibly you can mention this, because I mean, without mentioning names, you mentioned a comment that I thought it's.
Well, I had a phone call after a call I did the other night, and it was not part of the mastermind, but some of the people who are in the mastermind were also on this particular call. And a gentleman that I have the highest of respect for wanted me to convey his apologies to you and to myself, because he wasn't putting in the work that he had hoped he would. And I said, well, but you don't have to apologize to me. And Ernesto will say the same thing. You don't have to apologize to him. He said, why not? I said, what you need to do is apologize to yourself. And we had a conversation. And it was amazing, because after that, Ernesto, I got another call today from somebody else that was on that same call and said they had heard that conversation. And they had he told me, I smiled when he said he took a little sabbatical, which many of you know that sabbatical is part of my core. It's the one thing that'll change everything. It is the one thing that'll change everything in your life if you'll just sit down and take it. And if you need a little help on how to do the sabbatical, the course is going to be in here. But guys, I'm so thrilled that both of those individuals are now on track. So we're in it together. It's a tribe.
So I would like to get a commitment right now from you guys that you're going to start implementing. So if you're right now watching on the call, and we're going to be there with you, please make sure to, on the comment section of this YouTube page where you're watching this, let us know. Are you committed? Are you going to make sure that in 2 weeks from now, you would have already worked on your LinkedIn profile? Please don't make me come back over here, roll my eyes up and say, holy macaroni. I mean, it's just, it's 4 months.
And do it for me, folks, because I get a report as to who was in what modules. And I also get a report from Ernesto who wasn't in doing the modules. So spare me. Let's get in it together, because what's going to happen is you're going to catch on fire. You will catch on fire if you'll just go in and you'll see that one strategy whether it's in the customer acquisition. I mean, another one I had conversation, Ernesto, I was so excited. One of our ladies, who's got all kinds of challenges and health challenges, family challenges, and everything else out there. But she said, I'm putting in an hour a day. If I have to do 45 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night, or 15 minutes in the morning and 45 at night. And I said, what was the difference? She said, I heard the conversation you had with Larry Thompson, where we talked in the Freemium of Freedom about Jim Rohn, who we all love and respect, said, if you work harder on yourself than you do on your job, you can make a fortune. If you work harder on your job, you'll make a living.
Yeah.
And she picked up on it, Ernesto. So I challenge each and every one of you guys on this call, and ladies, let's go all in. So in the comments section, put something like, I'm all in, I'm committed, an hour a day, or
in the comment section here.
Yeah, in the comment section here, because again, this is a learning module for you guys, because it's our hope and our prayer that each and every one of you will be doing broadcast yourself sometime in the not too distant future to your client base.
Yeah, and that looks as cool as we are showing it right now to you. Okay, so I actually want to mention something that reminded me of. So as you can see here, we have all these lessons, which are all the lessons. How digital stagecraft, which is very cool. How to create a professional background. Zoom settings that nobody tells you about. Ninja tricks to present in Zoom, etc., etc. So what I want you to do is, in every lesson that you go, and this is an important thing that hardly anybody's using, because possibly you're saying, hey, you know what, Frank and Ernesto, I always get very upset because you think that I'm not doing anything. Possibly you are. However, if you don't click on the button, which is actually this one, I have to add it up. If you don't click on the button that mentions that, or you do not write the word complete, you need to write the word complete. I think in this one I should have the word complete. Yeah, I should be there. Although this one I have completed, so I was just testing that everything was working. You need to type complete or click on the button that says completed, so that we know that you have already done it. So as you can see here, Ernesto has completed it. So we need to know, you need to make sure that you click it, and then we are going to click on approve, and then that means that we know that you have already done that. So that's a very, very important thing. So we have added, and this is very, very cool. We have added some lessons on the first, in the welcome module, and we have added some sessions of, oops, this is now taking a little bit of time to refresh. Let me see if this one is already there. Oh yeah, okay, this one is refreshed, so that's fine. So also we have added the tactical optics, attraction marketing, pocket filmmaking, that you should also go have a look. And then this one is super, super cool. It's not ready yet, but there's already 6 lessons. I think this one is going to be about 10 to 12 lessons, but right now the first 6 are there. For those of you that are already interested in actually start moving forward, the YouTube for beginners is there. The idea is that we're going to have YouTube for beginners, YouTube mastery, and then YouTube monetization. And every month there's going to be more courses. And one of the things that I would like to know, possibly that's some of the feedback that you can provide me, is, are you finding the lessons easy to follow? Are they too long? What are your thoughts? So if you can also let us know on the comments below, that will be just super, super useful. So let me just move now to another new section that wasn't there before, and this one is lessons. So if you click here on lessons, and this is where we have been working like crazy. As you can see, it's still not 100% finished. So all these lessons are there. However, the artwork is not being finished. All of these lessons are color coded, and we have 100 lessons right now. 100 lessons. So let's just go over some of the topics. I mean, we have from what are the entrepreneurs' skills that you need to do, 5 tips of retaining your staff during difficult times. All these are on productivity, productivity at home, social media, how to maintain security, modern rules for team building, Instagram, how to become micro famous in a niche, how to learn online marketing. So every single thing that we could think of, we have added there. Now, possibly if you have some suggestions, let us know. But every one of these lessons, it's very, very cool. See, for example, this one was just added today. 8 important reasons to learn a foreign language, which for me, it's an easy thing. It's an easy thing to say. I mean, I speak fluently. I speak English, I speak Spanish, I speak Dutch, but I have a good command of German. I have a good command of Portuguese. I have a good command of Italian, of French. And that, of course, has given me the thought of, well, this will be something really cool to add, because if you think about it, it's not that difficult to actually start adding more languages. I mean, I don't care. Whenever you try to learn a language, and I always laugh about this, because one of the things that they tell you is, Jose is looking for directions to go to the train station. Who cares? I don't care about if Jose gets lost or not. I mean, who wants to learn those kind of things? But one of the things that got me thinking is, I have a number of friends, because in the Netherlands, being a polyglot, or somebody that speaks many languages, talks about, is the fact that if you make learning languages fun, you can really, really learn not only about the language, but also about the culture. And sadly, most English countries, not for only say Americans, most English-speaking countries are they only speak one language. So this is just an example, so that you can see how it all works. So we have the 8 important reasons why to learn it. We explain also a little bit of how it works and what you need to do. And then at the end, we are complementing each and every single one of the lessons with either a TED Talk or a video that was actually handpicked from every topic. So it's really cool, because what you can do is let's say that you have a 35-minute commute to your office, or you have to travel, or whatever. You can just select what's going to be the lesson that you possibly would like to hear about it. You can read what everything is about, and then you're going to find a video inside of here. And as we are growing, there's going to be more and more and more topics here that you can also cover. So not only you can get the courses in how to brand yourself and how to get to learn about all these things, but we are making sure that we have a really super powerful library, which is also going to be available, and it's going to be available for the different chambers of commerce. So Frank, possibly you can tell them a little bit about that before I go and explain them how to figure out what content is there. Because I mean, if you come over here, it's a vomit of content, and people are going to say, well, I cannot find anything. So I'm going to tell everybody how to find the content on a very easy way.
Well, what Ernesto is referring to is that, I've got 50 years experience, folks, in sales and marketing and entrepreneurship. And I'm really proud that I've never bought a lead in my life, never paid for a lead in my life. I've always done public speaking or door knocking or referral marketing, from asking a customer, hey, now that I've fulfilled you, can you do this? But that's extremely hard. A lot of people, that they just don't have that skill anymore. If you'll go in here, we've got a lot of them, especially down in the section that we have here on coaching and getting lead acquisition. We have now, because of what you guys see here in this Mastermind collaboration mobile app, we have a sister mobile app, and that's one of the greatest ones right there, Ernesto, the most powerful productivity tip of all time. We'll click on that in a minute. That's the Stephen Covey one. Is that what we've done, folks? And this is where I'm so excited. This is what instituted a phone call from India, from Mumbai, India.
Yeah.
Where a guy said, I see what you and Frank are building out for those chambers in the United States. He said, we need to talk, because I want to bring it to all the chambers, not only in Mumbai, but Dubai, because he's a coach, a speaker, a speakers bureau. And he said, every chamber in the Indian subcontinent needs what you guys are putting together. Because what we've done, folks, is we've taken a similar course to what you have access to, and we're giving it to chambers of commerce and other like-kind quality organizations around North America so they can serve their database. So in turn, remember what we talked about, Ernesto, with the key person of influence, where if you'll build your story, if you'll publish, you'll have a product ecosystem, and you actually have a strong profile, you will have partnerships. As a result of everything Ernesto and I have done, and now we put this module together, those partnerships are coming to us in droves.
Yeah.
And we want to share that idea, that concept with you. And so, again, some people are in the Mastermind, Ernesto, and we have common interest in what we do for some of our monetization, if you will. And then other people, they have different monetization skills. This concept will work for everybody.
Yeah.
And so, can you just, so they know about the big rock? Because I know that
they can watch it afterwards so that we don't have to watch it.
Yeah. This here, guys, make sure you go in and watch this particular lesson, because this is, in my estimation, this is the most powerful productivity tip of all time. So when they said, Ernesto, I need more hours in the day, guys, here's your hours in the day right here.
Yeah.
Simple.
So that is just an incredible thing, because, we are using, and this is one of those things which is super important. So we are getting all the content, we are getting all these different mini lessons so that people can actually go and read. And then we are complementing it with hand-picked YouTube videos, because, what is the big added value from here? Are we actually stealing the content from other people? No, we are not. We are making it very abundantly clear that this is a YouTube video. But in order for you to find this YouTube video, it's going to take you a long time. So we are providing it there for you, and it's actually complementing the specific lesson that we want to share. So obviously, this is something that every chamber requires, that everybody which is in a group or organization requires. In fact, I'm not sure if Pete is right now on the call, but when I was presenting this to him, he was very, very interested, because, of course, what is Frank? What is the information that most of the chambers convey to their people whenever they say educational resources?
Number one, if you've gone to a chamber, you're going to ask the question to the chamber, what can you do for me? And I have a lot of friends that are in the chambers throughout the years, because I've been a member of the Texas Association of Chamber Executives. And the problem is they only have 2 or 3 companies that make those websites, Ernesto, and they don't provide any resources for the small business. What they provide is a link to the Small Business Administration, to the Economic Development Council. They send it to the Senior Corps of Retired Executives, which I'm not dishing any of those resources, but that doesn't teach the entrepreneur what they need to go out there and make the sale to run the business. This is what this whole module is about. So when Ernesto and I, and folks, we've been working on this for a very long period, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours, thousands of dollars, and so much collaboration where we're meeting with the presidents of the chambers saying, what is your wish list? What if we could do this? Well, folks, that's what we've done. We put it together. But we didn't realize, Ernesto, it's not just chambers. It's entire organizations.
Yeah.
And so, folks, it's designed to help people grow and protect and move forward in the new digital economy.
Let me tell you what I find genius, and this is, I have to credit Frank for this idea. When he mentioned it to me, I said, well, this is the absolute best freemium model I've ever heard of. Absolutely the best. Because, of course, who is not going to want that their employees or their members or whatever it is, that they have access to all of this information out of their mobile phone in their desktop computer without having to pay a fortune for it. So what happens is all they need to pay is the $1 so that they can actually download the app and the app starts working.
One time, lifetime.
It's a one payment exactly that you're going to be having it. Obviously, what you're going to be having in the Mastermind, it's a sister app, as Frank was explaining. So just imagine the door opener that you're going to have in your business if you actually tell them, well, we have these resources. We have this resource. Would you be interested in having it? I cannot imagine anyone saying no. I cannot imagine, because of course we are basically solving not the problems about branding and all the stuff that we are doing in the Mastermind, but we have productivity, and we have entrepreneurship, and we have social media, and we have what else do we have? We have online marketing.
And pocket filmmaking and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and you name it, it's there.
So and every month we're going to have more and more and more and more. Now, here's the big challenge that Frank was telling me, because of course suddenly he showed me one website and he said, well, I would like to have this organized like this. And I said to him, well, sadly, we have to operate within the constraints of the app. So, first of all, my first thought was, let's color code every piece of content. So as you can see, we have some which are gray, some which are green, some which are blue, but that was also going to become incredibly complicated. So of course, we will still color code it because I think it looks a lot nicer. That's just for optics. But there's a button here. If you actually click here, and you're going to see all the different categories. So let's say that I only want to see all the articles which are related to marketing. So I click here, marketing, I put apply, and then you're going to see that only I have the articles which are or the courses, not articles, but the lessons, the mini lessons which are related to marketing. Let's say that I would like to talk about coaching. So I click here, and then we go over here, and then we are going to have all the lessons which have to do with mentoring. So as you can see, it's actually very friendly. And also you can see it on your app, which I think is super, super useful. So
again, Ernesto, show them the icon where you click.
Yeah, it's this little icon here on your app, so that you can click here, and then this goes down, and it's going to be also on the phone. So it looks like little bars there. That's basically where you're going to find this, and then you will be able to find the information. So that when you arrive there, you're not going to see all the hundreds. I believe that possibly by the end of the year, there's going to be 300, 400 lessons.
Oh, absolutely. Because if somebody wants to go in and brush up on their public speaking, Ernesto.
Oh, we have some public speaking lessons already.
There. Somebody wants to go in on identity theft and cybersecurity, cyber awareness. Yeah, it's there.
So as you can see, this is something that we have been sharing. And it is super useful, super, super, super useful. So, Frank, I want to show them a little bit something, but it's going to take me a couple of minutes before I get it ready. So possibly you can just share a little bit of, just entertain them for about 2 minutes.
So folks, let me talk about how you can implement this particular program. Because again, it's fascinating. We don't have time to do it all here tonight. So this coming Saturday, I'm going to be doing a 2-hour dedicated training by Zoom. But if you're within driving distance of my office in Houston, Texas, I tell you to be in Houston, Texas. And I'm going to show you how to launch this particular program so that you're going to be able to get entire organizations, and I don't care what business you're in, you should probably be able to use this freemium to freedom model to grow and expand your particular business. If you're in the same venue that I'm in, or Ernesto's in, or you made reference to Pete Garcia, a really great friend of ours, travels with us internationally. He's also the executive director of the U.S.-Mexico Chamber of Commerce. And he is so super, super excited that he's bringing it to all the other U.S.-Mexico Chamber of Commerce offices around the United States. So we're going to be teaching you how to do the same thing so that you can grow your particular skill set, number one, but you can also build your business model, number two. And so again, that's a bonus session this Saturday, but you have to contact me so that I know that you want to be on the list. And I will send you, if you're not within the Houston area, a Zoom link. If you're within the Houston area, I'll tell you to show up because it's on interactive 2 hours implementation.
Awesome. So let me just resume share. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, fine. So as you can see here, I can see the app is there. And so imagine, I mean, obviously I wasn't prepared for doing this. I just thought it would be a nice thing for you to see. But I mean, if you're prepared earlier, you will be able to show the app also virtually. I mean, isn't that cool? That you can actually just have a conversation, and just by simply showing the app, how it all works. Now I'm going to show you all the virtual communication training that we're going to be having. And then the virtual communication training is there. And then we have here all the lessons, and everything is there. I mean, this is super useful whenever you're doing a presentation, because obviously
it's not progressing.
It's not progressing. Well, I didn't prepare it properly, but I mean, trust me, it works.
Right. Right. There's a way, and we're actually going to build out a lesson, guys.
There's a lesson. It's already there. It's already
right. So that you can, what I'm showing you is that you can link your cell phone to the presentation online. And it's the same strategy, pretty much, Ernesto, that you can be in the front of a room, and broadcast from your cell phone to the projector on the big wall, so you don't have to show up with the laptop.
Yeah, correct. So you're also going to be learning how to do it. So let me know, was that cool? Let us know here in the comments below. And Frank, my dinner is getting cold, so I would like to, I mean, I shared all the stuff that I want to share. I just want to say, please, 2 weeks from now, I don't want to hear anybody saying, I've been very busy. I have not been able to do it. I would like to apologize to Frank and Ernesto.
No, just folks, we stay on you for it because we know what's coming. But we don't, too many times somebody says, my head's going to explode. You're giving me so much information. So we got to be careful. We don't want to overload you, but we certainly want to help you progress. So put in the comments what we can do to help you. And please put in the comment if you're going to attend on Saturday. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. I will send you a Zoom for those that contact me directly, not through the Facebook Live. Go ahead and give me there, but I want you to private message me so that I can send it to you. And that's if you're Zoom, but if you're local, please show up. I'd love to see you. And let's make this the best second half of the year you could ever have. So with that, Ernesto is ready to do his Tom Cruise imitation
appearance,
and I'm still
right now sitting on an F-15, just about to take off to get my dinner.
And I'm gonna dial up Chewbacca and get on my Millennial Falcon, but not right now because I don't have it on my screen. But we appreciate you, and again, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the Facebook Live. And by the way, one of the upcoming lesson plans for those of you that are building out your LinkedIn is LinkedIn Live. So imagine we're going to give you the content for you to do LinkedIn Live, but you're going to need LinkedIn connections. You see how it all ties together? We'll see you on the inside. Appreciate you.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Good job, Ernesto. Good job. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Frank. See you. Bye-bye.